We're going to preview some of the new shows that are coming out in America. Hopefully some of them won't, but hopefully some of them will make it over to the UK. We're going to start with the ABC network in America. We're going to look at the dramas and the comedies. So Matt and I have both watched these trailers, and the reason that we've done this is because obviously, you know, there's always good shows that come over every year. But I think one thing that we're noticing, particularly with this batch, is that they're certainly lacking some new ideas, which we can certainly agree with. So we've got 6 dramas and 3 comedies. Trailers can give you a very false perspective. Trailers are meant to sell the show.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking that
that's
while I was watching these trailers.
Yeah, and some of them don't do a very good job. But the trailers can give you a false expectation, I suppose, is what I'm saying. Don't always base how good a show is just on the trailer. So The Crossing is basically the new Lost. So it's set in small-town America. All of a sudden, the local sheriff is alerted to the fact that refugees are coming out of the water. They appear to be time travelers from the future, and they appear to have powers. So it's Lost mixed with heroes. And it didn't look very good to me.
The network who bought you Lost was part of the trailer. It's very much like Flash Forward, because in Flash Forward you had that massive, forward, didn't you? That set piece, and it looked like the scene where all these bodies appear. I mean, there's elements as well of The Leftovers. I know you and Luke watched that.
There was a little bit of that.
I suppose even The Returned.
Yeah, even The Returned. And even, like, as you say, similar to, like, Flash Forward and The Event, which was kind of, not like that, but there was that time travel bit in The Event as well, wasn't there? The next one was Deception, another one that didn't impress me that much. If you remember that Castle, where a crime writer joined up with the FBI to solve crimes, it's the same show, except this time he's a magician.
I've put exactly the same thing. Castle with magic. The oddest bit of casting in this is Vinnie Jones is in this.
Oh, well, but Vinnie's been, bit part in films for years. So.
He's basically playing Jonathan Creek in this, Vinnie Jones, because he's making all of his tricks by the looks of things.
I think Vinnie Jones plays Vinnie Jones in every film I've seen him in. So next is For the People. Now, if you're familiar with the Shondaland, this is Shonda Rhimes and her ability to create new peoples. That looks very much like the new How to Get Away with Murder for me. A room full of legal people, some prosecutors, some defendants, and they're pitched up against each other. I didn't notice anybody in there I really recognised, so this could be good if it's got... I mean, legal dramas are in short supply now, but I suppose The Good Wife and The Good Fight is a lot better and has better characters. So
if you're going to be a legal drama, you're going to get compared to those, and it just isn't that. The tagline here, Gary, I don't know if you noticed it.
I didn't. Yeah, go on. Yeah.
A new generation of justice has arrived.
Oh my word! It's like a comic book strip, isn't it? Dear me. The best looking drama, in my opinion, was The Good Doctor. Again, this is like Young House without.
I've written that down as well.
Because there was a very house thing, but I did really like Toby Ziegler from The West Wing being his kind of advocate of why you should hire him.
When he employs him, does he say, "I've got a job now, you've got a job"?
No, because that's not that character. But
I know, but it's The West Wing.
It's The West Wing. Yeah, but okay, take your drink. And I really liked the premise of it. This kid is severely autistic, and they use a lot of on-screen descriptions, similar to kind of like how they do with Sherlock and his is it Dream Theatre thing or whatever it is.
Mind Palace.
That's it. So they show you what he's visualising about the human being. And in the kind of trailer, they show you that he rescues somebody by creating a drip from a Jack Daniels bottle in an airport when someone collapses and has a heart attack. I think this looked reasonable. I wouldn't say this looks like the best drama.
Well, as you say, Young House, isn't it? It's counteract.
He's just not as grumpy as House.
No. So. And also Britain's own Antonia Thomas from the aforementioned Misfits also in this.
The most kind of like bland one that I saw was The Gospel of Kevin. Yeah. Now, this is to me a mixture of My Name is Earl and Ghost Whisperer. So the reason I say that is it's a brother who comes back to live with his sister and her family. After witnessing an alien or a meteor landing, he goes out and rescues an alien stone. Yeah. And it turns out to be a guardian angel that can only he can see.
All I've written down next to this one is first to be cancelled, ?
Yeah, if not The Crossing, then yeah, the Gospel.
I don't think The Crossing will get cancelled.
Well, I don't see where it's... Well, I suppose it will just depend on what the hook is.
Yeah.
And possibly the next best one that I saw was 10 Days in the Valley. Now, this has got a missing child element to it. And looked very kind of Nordic noir inspired. But the hook was that the mother of the missing child was a Hollywood scriptwriter.
This is Luke's line, which I've stolen, where he said it's The Missing meets 30 Rock.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, The Missing meets Sunset Strip on.
Studio 60.
Yeah. So there's the dramas, 3 comedies. The first and the worst is Alex Inc. Zach Braff, he who wrote and played in Scrubs, is a radio presenter stroke podcaster. Oh, this is one for the millennials. And he's going it alone. They do a fake kind of bit. What's the film? Jerry Maguire. Where he stands up and said, "Who's with me?" and no one walks out. And unfortunately, I have a feeling that might be the best joke of the series. This looked painful.
The big thing in this trailer was written by Zach Braff, starring Zach Braff, produced by Zach Braff. And both this and Splitting Up Together look like we've got a star in Alex Ick and Zach Braff in Splitting Up Together. It's Jenna Fisher from The Office. And we're just going with the star, even if the premise... they're selling it on the star in both of these, in my opinion. Yeah.
We'll do Splitting Up Together, because this is based on a Danish comedy. 2 words that I wouldn't ever put together, like American Intelligence. This is about a couple who can no longer stand to be married, but agree to live together. And as you said, Jenna Fisher from The Office, it just looks... I feel like I've seen the whole series in the trailer.
Yeah. It's like, we're splitting up.
I've got nothing to look forward to.
She's flirting with the doctor. She doesn't know how to talk to her son about... maturity, let's just say.
He lives in the garage one week, and then the following week he lives in the house and she lives in the garage. And the best looking comedy is called The Mayor, and basically a struggling rapper runs for mayor in order to promote his rap career and ends up winning.
This was my favourite of all of them. And the dramas as well.
The character was quite funny, he had some good lines, and his mother was played by Nicole Brown.
I
think that's right, out of Community. I could see this getting an E4 run,
Yeah. I think, unlike the other 2 comedies, this isn't based around the star, because the lead is played by Brandon Michael Hall, who I believe is a newcomer. I
did recognise the woman.
It's Leah Michelle from
Glee. That's it.
Yeah, as I say, you've got people like Leah Michelle, like Yvette Nicole Brown, like David Spade as supporting characters.
Whereas in the other 2, I feel like I saw the whole first season in the trailer. So
I don't really understand Alex Inc. and where that can really go. It's like it looks a bit. Okay, so the one thing you haven't got on this list, obviously, because there wasn't a trailer for it, but it was in the playlist. Oh, right. Roseanne. Revival, which they've now announced that they're completely retconning the John Goodman's dead thing, and just he never died. Yeah, last series didn't happen. She never wrote that book, so just forget that.
They never won the lottery. Well, they never did win the lottery, so... yes, and that will be back. And I would imagine that Channel 4 will probably pick that up for the nostalgia reason, all alone, because the Channel 4 used to show Roseanne when it was on originally.